All right. So it's been years since I've been in business and it finally happened. Not that I was looking forward to it or trying to, but I got fired from a job site. So let's talk about it. All right, so let's get into it. So job is going just fine and we're working on it. I'll throw some pictures in here. You guys probably saw it from my last job site video. It was a bathrooms job. Vanities, tiling a shower, paint, some drywall, nothing crazy, nothing huge. But, at the same time, there were some delays on the customer's part because they're picked out, vanities that were special order from there. It was all from Lowe's. So, they give me a list. I go buy it. It's, special order. They pick out a toilet that's, Lowe's can't get. So they have to pick out another one. None of this was my issue per our contract. But at the same time, we're getting work done what we could do. Vanities came in, we installed them, painted, drywall, fixed it. Where my issue was the tile. Did the pan. My tile guy did the pan, did some tile, but he was very either distracted, has issues. That's pretty much the gist. I'm not blaming him per se because it's obviously my job site, my responsibility. But at the same time, I did everything I could do on the job site, and I subcontracted him to do the tile work. The shower valve was in, toilets are in, plumbing was in, everything was in, paint was done, just waiting on the tile. And then after that, the job is done. But as you can see from some pictures, he just made up excuses, lied to me. He's like, hey, yeah. I asked him, hey, how's, the job site going? And he's great. And then I'll get a text from the actual customer. Hey, where's your tile guy? Like 2 hours later. So, obviously, something's going on. It is like, it's ridiculous. So customers are super frustrated. Now, what I did right is every time they had an issue, I hit it head on. I called them. I stopped by the job site. I didn't avoid their, issues or conflict or anything like that. I basically went straight to them, be like, hey, this is what's going on. This is what I can do. Yes or no, I can fire my tile guy and bring in another tile guy is what I told him. Another guy that I found, since then I've been doing work with them and it's been great. And so over that time, I think there was some on their end too. There's some issues and they wanted to part ways. They said, we just want to cancel the contract. We want to get out of it. What do we need to do to get out of it? And per my contract, I don't have to do that. We can, there is no end date in our contract for certain reasons, not these, but, for other reasons, for delays and stuff like that, which is actually in the contract. But, if, a customer doesn't want me in their house, then I don't want to be on a hostile work environment or anything like that. So, I told them we'll part ways. They owed me money because, not per the contract, but, as far as work performed, like it was, payment up front. And it's, this is small work, payment up front, some change orders, and then the final payment due at the end. So I've got my change orders, I've got my initial payment. So technically they owe me some money, but at the same time, I can't, justify charging them if the job's not done. So yeah, told them, I was like, no problem. We'll cancel the contract, go our separate ways. They don't want anything to do with my tile guy, which I do not either. Firing him, it's unacceptable. But at the end of the day, it comes down to me as far as my responsibility, my job site. I'm the one who brought him on the job site, so it's my fault. That's it. Me getting fired is my fault. But my lessons learned. I know not to hire certain people anymore. I know to screen them. But I've used him on other job sites and I haven't had any, not these issues for sure. So, but it is what it is. Yeah. So the things that I did right, I like how I don't avoid conflict. You go straight to them. Communication's key. And then just, let them know exactly what's going on. But at the same time, I have a subcontractor who's kind of undermining me and no communication, kind of does what he wants. Something's going on. He does something, whatever it is. He's not a good business person for sure. So then it makes me look bad, rightfully so. And what I did wrong, obviously I hired the wrong guy for the job. Now, if you guys are thinking, hey, just finish yourself. I hired him because he's a better tile guy than I am. And the customer, I can do a tile job, but I'm not going to be doing, this is going to be my first full complete shower by myself tiling, which is, it's not what the customer's paid for. So I'm not going to learn on their job for sure. So that's why I hire subcontractors, because I hire out the work that either I don't want to do or I don't do good enough to actually justify my price range. So it is what it is. That's pretty much what I've learned from this. It's just, man, getting fired sucks. It's stressful. The good things about it is the job site's off my schedule now. Like obviously it's, we're fired. So, hey, I don't have to worry. I don't have to go to that job site anymore. I do have a trash bin up there, some other stuff. So I keep some things on the job site regardless, because in the state of Michigan, you don't want to, if you take everything off a job site, technically the state can look at that as abandoning the job site. So you don't want to do that. So I do have a couple things up there, which I can either go and collect or I can charge them down the road for, or just, abandon pretty much after everything gets settled. But that's basically the gist of the story. There's not much else to it. And, like I said, getting fired sucks. It is what it is. 9 lessons learned, to hire the right people and, maybe screen out a little bit, but they were pretty good customers. They fit everything. This 2.5, 3 week project turned into a month and a half basically. So it's just a bunch of delays, and I get their frustration, but at the same time they had some of their complaints were very unwarranted. But at the same time, I can walk away. That's why you get deposits and change orders up front, because I would have lost money, seriously lost money, if I didn't collect change orders up front because of like the things they wanted to add and take away and stuff like that. So another thing was that they wanted, since we're having some small issues, which you might see with customers, they're like, well, since, he's not showing up, can you do this for, can you hang these paper towel racks? Can you come over here and do this little thing for free? Stuff like that, which I nipped in the butt. No, here, you can do this, a change order. They had water valves from their bathrooms that were leaking, I think 2 of them. One of them I paid to have replaced because we touched it and it leaked. And technically it was our fault for that one, even though it's in my contract that, hey, water valves are not, but we, put it on and it still leaked. So I, paid for it, boom, took care of it. They called me like, oh, it's still leaking. So I paid for a plumber because I was unavailable at the time. I paid for a plumber for emergency service to go out there, fix it, boom, done. Now a couple other one of their water valves leaked, their quarter turn valves leaked, and they're looking to me to pay for it, to fix it. And I was like, no, that's per our contract. You got to have those tough conversations. It's not in there. So they have to come out of pocket for that, which they did, obviously. I think that's basically it on the story of me getting fired. Lessons learned. I know what to do next time, and you make sure you hire good subcontractors, and your name is attached to everything pretty much. And that's why you have to mark up. That's why subcontractors get paid less than you as far as the job site is concerned, because you've got to deal with some of their BS, and that's basically it. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. I appreciate it.